what's going on, guys and gals? Dan the Man coming at you from the 60s Rule Channel. And I've been working on this 1/16 scale 64 Mustang, and I've made good progress here on the engine. And, we're considering that it's 16th scale, you can add a lot of detail to it. So that's what I'm doing right over here. I got the fuel line in over here, and we're working on a throttle linkage as well. And, before I attach all these other components, I figured I'd get this out of the way first, because this is going to be, the more tedious part. Those other pieces, I could just glue them on and we're done with that. But I want to show you a few things we did over here. See, I got my fuel lines in here, and that's all scratch built. That's all just tubing, aluminum tubing and wire, guys. That's it. Nothing fancy. We're just trying to simulate, components on here. It's not exact replicas, but we just want to simulate it and, make sure it, plays the part, I guess, right? And you can see it runs all the way down to the fuel pump there, and I got to touch that up. It's scratched up. We'll get that later on. And then we got the, I started throttle linkage over there. And, I could have went out and bought, components from, I guess, ProTech Detail Master, but I figured, I love scratch building this, so I figured let me look at my parts box, see what I can come up with, and I'll show you how I did that. And then as far as the plumbing goes over there for the fuel lines, all I used was this wire over here. You can buy this at Walmart in the craft section. Comes in all different colors. It's like anodized, so it kind of looks like copper tubing. And then we used some of this K&S aluminum tubing. Let me see if I can get this up for you. Here we go. You see? And I use this on almost all my bills, This is great for simulating like telescoping shafts, like drive shafts, or you're doing hydraulics, maybe a telescoping piston or something like that. And you can see we got the 16th inch right over here, and that fits right inside the 3/32 tubing, and the 3/32 tubing fits right inside the 1/8 tubing, and so on and so forth, So, I mean, this is great stuff, and you can buy this stuff at Ace Hardware. Yes, Ace Hardware sells K&S tubing, guys. You don't have to go online. So if you got one in your neighborhood, stop on in there, and you can get, they sell aluminum tubing. K&S does brass as well. So, yeah, it's good to know, So anyway, so we got that all sorted out over there. Now I'm doing the throttle linkage, and the reason why I want to show you, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a return spring. Now that throttle linkage over there is actually steering linkage from a 25th scale car. I found this in my parts box, and I'm looking at it, and I said, well, throttle linkage has links, right? So I just cut some of the links out here, and I'm actually going to use some more of those links to put in the back section over here. And then that arm over there, I'll clip that off over there. That'll attach to a cable, and that cable will be a throttle cable going into the firewall. And then for that, I'm going to use this over here. I bought this at Michael's as well. That's our Beetalon, and this is strand wire, and I've used this before. And this is actually strand wire. This makes a nice cable, so that's going to go from the end of the throttle linkage right into the firewall. So we'll deal with that later. But I'm going to show you how to make these springs over here. And actually, I made one up. I'll show you right over here. And what you have to do to make a spring like that, it's real easy, guys. I'm going to show you in a second how I do this. All you got to do is find something cylindrical to wrap it around with, and you got to pick one out that matches the scale you're working on. I just happen to find this paper clip here, and it's the right diameter, for what I'm working on. So all you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of this over here, right? Always cut yourself a little longer piece, This way it's easier to work with. I mean, there's 30 yards on here, so it'll last you a lifetime. So we got a nice long piece over here. And all you're going to do is start wrapping it around this object over here, right? And give yourself a little leader, right? It's about an inch, right? This way you got something to work with there, right? Attaching point. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start wrapping it around, right? Get them as close as you can, not right on top of each other, but you get the idea. And hopefully, I'm trying to do this, look through the camera and wrap this at the same time. So hopefully, I'm getting this in frame, guys. But anyway, I'll just do a couple of rounds here just to give you a basic idea how I do this. You know, I mean, this ain't rocket science, guys, man. If I can do it, you can do it. Alrighty, I think I got enough wraps on there. And like I said, always give yourself enough leader on both sides. And there's your spring right there. See if we can wiggle this off. We'll slide this off over here. Okay. And there you go, guys. There's a return spring. I mean, I did that in less than a minute, guys. There's nothing to it, man. That's it. And then all you got to do is, you know, like I said, figure out what length you need, you know, and then I'm going to attach it to that little hole over there I drilled. You can see on the left-hand side. And then the other side, the right side, will be attached to the manifold. So that'll be your return spring. And then, like I said, I'll get this this linkage over here. We'll probably attach that to the back, and that'll attach to the throttle cable. So, yeah, that's all there is to it, guys. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, scratch building, man, is fun, you know. I mean, when it comes to, you know, whether or not you know, have anything laying around your parts box or nothing, and you have to buy, you know, you have no choice but to go out and buy aftermarket parts. That's fine. You know, I've purchased many aftermarket parts, Detail Master, ProTech, whatever. You know, and they work out well. But like I said, it's I just I just love scratch building and stuff. So I wanted to share that with you guys and gals out there. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and remember, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Guys, take care, be safe, and keep on building.